Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. First, I just want to say Merry Christmas. I hope everyone is enjoying this holiday season. I thought it would be nice for this time of year to not necessarily do a bookish video, but do more of a Christmas video. I've always been curious about what people do for Christmas, for the holidays, what type of traditions they have, whether it's, regional or just personal, your family. And I'm always interested in people's favorite Christmas memories. So I asked a few other booktubers and friends if they would give me a little video with some of those memories, traditions, and just things they enjoy about the holiday. First up, I have Hannah. Hannah is not on Booktube yet, but she is planning on starting a channel next year.
Hi Lee, hi everybody. So my favorite Christmas memories are when my dad and I go to our church for the Christmas music program and then the Christmas Eve program. They usually start around 9 o'clock at night and it goes into midnight. And just the entire atmosphere being in the church with the poinsettias and the music and the hard work that the choir puts into it, it's just a really great Christmas memory. I hope everybody has a happy holiday and they stay safe out there.
I have to agree with Hannah. I love going to a church, especially around Christmas when they're all decorated. Usually the churches I've been to don't really have the main lights on. It's either by candlelight or just, a lower dim type of lighting. And I just think it gives not only the church, but like the whole atmosphere, very like magical, spiritual closeness with everybody there, and I absolutely love that. Next up, I asked Stormy from Storm Reads to give me some of her Christmas memories and traditions.
Hello everybody, my name is Stormy from Storm Reads, and my friend Lee asked me to talk about what I like about Christmas and things like that. And I will admit that a lot of times when it comes to Christmas, I'm a bit of a Grinch, but I do try to be happy about it. And I think the things that I like the most about Christmas is the memories I have of the Christmases with my mother. She's been gone now for almost 20 years, and so yeah, it gets a little tough around Christmas. That she was really the one who made Christmas. She's the one that actually made us decorate. And so yeah, I don't do a whole lot of decorating now. What you see back here is pretty much all the Christmas that I have and everything. So I thought I would show you some things. Like I have this, and this was one of the first decorations that my parents had when they got married. We don't have very many of these left, but I always put one of them out to remember that this is what we used to decorate on our Christmas trees. There were like a set of these that had reindeer, and they had some candy canes with little deers on them, and there was some doves and some little bird houses with a little bird sticking out. I think that was all of them. We don't have very many of these left, and these are probably over 50 years old, so it's not something that you're going to see probably anywhere. So yeah, this is very special to me, and that I do like to keep one of these out as a decoration that I put back here. I don't know if you've been able to see it when it's been back there, because a lot of times it's too far back, but I do try to keep it in here so that it can be seen. And also, my mother was a big fan of reindeer. We have in storage a ton of reindeer. She would get like a big piece of board, and she would just put all of her reindeer, and she had some moose and things like that, but she was all about the reindeers. And so I got this reindeer, and I always put it out so that I can remember my mom. and her love for reindeers, because first thing, it's adorable, and it's just kind of a special memory of her and her reindeer and stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I have for, like, I don't know, Christmas traditional things and what I like. I do like making pumpkin cookies, and it's actually a recipe that's been passed down from my grandma. And my mom's mom made these. Then my mom made them for Christmas, and now I make them for Christmas. So yeah, pumpkin cookies are definitely a big part of the holidays around my house. I think all of my favorite memories of Christmas revolve around my mother and everything. She was just really the person who liked Christmas the most and made the most out of it. And so it's fun. It is still fun to get together with family, but at the same time, it's not the same. So I just like to think about my Christmases with my mom. So I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and have a great time with your families and make some memories of your own. Bye.
See, Storm, you tried to say that you're a Grinch, but you really do have some great memories, especially those with your mom. Next up is Ashleigh from Ashleigh's Media Addiction. I hope all of you know who she is. If you don't, please subscribe to her, as well as anybody else on here that you don't know. Ashleigh is from Scotland, and I will let her tell you her Christmas traditions.
Hi, I am Ashleigh, which is Ashleigh's Media Addiction. So I was asked what Christmas meant to me and if there's any sort of traditions or anything that I have surrounding Christmas. So me and my mum on Christmas Eve give each other a little Christmas Eve box where we get to choose one present from under the tree, and we get to open it on Christmas Eve just before bed. Just kind of get rid of that excitement where you can't sleep because you just want to open all the presents. So yeah, we have that one, and we have some snacks, like chocolates and things to go with it, and some hot chocolate so we can be all snug, either watch a film or whatever it is that we did end up picking. It is usually kind of a film or a book or something we can do the night before, because you can kind of tell the shape of movies and things. And then on Christmas, it's basically waking up super early, opening all the presents. We usually try and get like a Nintendo game or something that's 2 players, so that we can have like a little bit of a gaming day on Christmas, have drinks and laughter, and it's just so much fun. Christmas for me is just, I look forward to it all year. It's my favourite holiday. It's just so warming, just to know like all the small things just all come together really well, and being with my family and full of laughter, it just makes me feel really warm. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. That is essentially my Christmas. I adore it. It might not sound like much, but for me it really is everything. I look forward to seeing what everyone else's Christmas traditions are, and thank you for letting me be a part of this video. And yeah, bye.
Oh, Ashleigh, I love those because I love that it's the small things that mean the most, which is usually how it is in life, but I'm glad that you have so many of those traditions that you hold so dear to you. Next up is Hugo from Scientist Reading World. Hugo is from Portugal, and I'm looking forward to some of his Christmas traditions.
Hi everyone, Merry Christmas or Merry Christmas Eve. I'm so happy. Yeah, it's one of my favorite times of the year. Thank you so much, Lee, for this collaboration. I'm so happy. I will now share a little bit of Christmas here in Portugal. So my family tradition usually involves around being with my family. My family goes to my aunt's house. We usually have dinner because in Portugal we really celebrate the Christmas Eve. We celebrate with family together on Christmas Eve, and then we celebrate the lunch on the Christmas Day. So for us it's a mix of the Eve night and the Christmas day. We usually have a lot of food. I'll try to put here some pictures of the sweets that we have in the dessert table, which is amazing. I remember almost all my Christmas, especially when my cousin born and we were the only children in the family. It was so fun. There we have some family traditions. For example, that at midnight we start opening the gifts one at a time, giving to all the family. It's very fun. It's very moving. The food, the energy on the table is fantastic, and then the Christmas lunch is just, well, I don't know. I end up these 2 days with a lot of food. I always I don't want to eat more, but they are so good. It's like, I don't know. It's just an energy that I feel. This is a little bit of the traditions that I have. I hope all of you have a wonderful Christmas Eve and a wonderful Christmas Day, and happy 2022 when we enter there. Bye.
Of course you had to show some desserts, Hugo. I grew up down the street from a Portuguese family, and they always used to make arroz doce, which I'm sure I butchered, but it's like a Portuguese rice pudding, and it's so good. They also used to call it sweet rice, but it's the same thing, and it was delicious. And of course, Portuguese custard cups. Now I'm gonna have to go visit a Portuguese bakery near me. Next is Kevi from Say Kevvie. I think she is a super colorful person, so I cannot wait to hear the type of Christmas traditions Kevvie's family has.
Hey y'all, it's me, Kevi. One of my favorite Christmas memories was from when I was a kid. We were opening presents and my grandma got me a documentary on VHS. She just saw the animals on the cover and thought it was cute. She didn't realize that she just bought me a film about how different animal species have sex. So of course, as soon as everyone was done with their presents, we all gathered around the TV, popped in the movie, and watched animals fucking as a family. How's that for a Merry Christmas?
And I should have expected nothing less, because I was expecting an outrageous, colorful story, and I got one. Thank you so much, Kevi. Next, we have Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads. I'm sure most of you follow her as well. So let's hear what Stephanie has to say.
Hey everyone, it's Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads. So Christmas to me just means joy. Every year I am fortunate enough to get to see my family, particularly my mom and my brother. And I know that no matter what happens, our Christmas is going to be full of lots of love and laughter. I have lots of great memories of playing Trivial Pursuit with my family, particularly my grandparents, who I just adore and who aren't here anymore. And I always know that there's always going to be food, and while we're making the food, we're always going to have some kind of fun music playing, whether it be Christmas music or Sam Cooke or Michael Jackson. Just something that you can dance to and have a good conversation about. So I definitely look forward to Christmas every year because it just means more special memories with the people that I love. And those are the things that I cherish and get me through the rest of the year.
I'm right there with you, Stephanie. My favorite parts of Christmas are the games and the laughing. Those are the memories that I cherish the most. Next, from the Netherlands, we have Esme from the Bookish Buddies.
Hello, I am Esme over on Bookish Buddies on YouTube and Paradise of Pages on Twitter, and I was asked by Lee to talk to you about what Christmas means to me. And also, if you hear something in the background, there's Luna who's been parading around my room, so I'm sorry about that. Please don't move the camera. She wants to say hi, and what Christmas means to her is definitely treats and food. Right? Yeah. But back to the question at hand, what does Christmas mean to me? I am a person who clearly for my tree, is a huge fan of Christmas. I think Christmas has been something that I have celebrated ever since I was little. I can't remember a Christmas where I haven't celebrated with my family, and before my grandmother passed away quite a few years ago, we always used to celebrate it with 4 people, and now we're with 3, so it's me and my parents, and we're very traditional, or at least traditional in the sense that we always play games on the first day of Christmas, and we play shuffleboard, and we then unwrap presents depending on who wins the game. You could get to pick a present from under the tree, and that can be both for you and for someone else, so it's not necessarily one person that has to open this gift. And in general, Christmas for me is not about the gifts. Luna just fell off the bed. But Christmas for me isn't about the presents. It isn't about getting as much, but Christmas truly is about giving and spending time with those around you that you love more than anything. I personally really value telling others that you love them, and I personally enjoy giving gifts more than receiving them. And for me, one of the most beautiful things about Christmas is that I always feel like it's a lot lighter and a lot brighter. So I know that Christmas is just one day in the year, but I think it is a day where we are all sort of standing still by everything and sort of realizing everything that we have, and instead of focusing on what we don't have, we focus on what we have. And I think that truly is what Christmas means to me. It's a day where there's warmth and there's no pain and there's no suffering. And of course there will always be pain and suffering, but for Christmas it's a day where light just shines, and yeah, it means a lot to me. So I think that's my answer to this question. What does Christmas mean to me? Christmas means to me that we get to spend this day with the ones that we love, and both those that are there and those that aren't anymore.
Thank you for letting me know your traditions, Esme. I agree with you. This time of the year is so important to remember your loved ones and spend time with them as much as you can. Next up is the bubbly and always energetic Tiffany from the Beach Bum Bookworm.
Hey everybody! Lee, thank you so much for asking me to be a part of this cool idea. I love it. So I was thinking about it, and growing up, there were certain things we did for we celebrated Christmas, and every Christmas Eve, we would go over to my grandma and grandpa's, and all my cousins would be there, my aunts and uncles, and usually us cousins ended up somewhere off by ourselves in a cutthroat game of euchre, if you know what I'm talking about. And we had a big dinner, and we would open up gifts as a family, and then Christmas morning, my immediate family, mom, dad, and my brother, would get up as early as my parents would let us, and we would open gifts, and then spent the whole day at home, just the 4 of us, spending time together, and usually trying to find batteries for our new toys. Yeah, I mean, those are the things I can think of. Now as an adult, everybody's kind of spread out, and it's only been the last couple years, but every year now, in the last few years since I've been in Florida, I go over to my grandmother's, and she makes lots of different cookies and buckeyes and fudge and fruit cake. Insists on still making fruit cake. And it's just a really nice time to spend with her. A lot of stories come out, and I just really, really enjoy it. Such a fun idea, Lee, to ask everybody about their holiday traditions. I love this. And I hope that we all have a magical holiday season. Bye, everyone!
I actually don't know what euchre is, so I'm going to have you later on explain that to me, because I'm curious now. And a quick story about finding batteries. One year, my brother got this huge remote control car, and my uncle gave him the batteries to open first. My brother's the youngest and a bit spoiled, so he opened up the batteries and not with the politeness we were raised to have when you got a gift, even if you didn't like it. He threw them on the ground and started crying and yelled, "What the hell is this?" So for using the bad word hell, he got in trouble. He was probably 5. He got in trouble and was punished and didn't get to use the remote control car for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Next we have Jessica from Lady Lovestead Reads.
Hi Lee, thank you so much for asking me to be a part of your video about Christmas. You had asked what Christmas means to me and if we have any like specific Christmas traditions here at my home. And for me, I am a Christian. I identify as a Christian. And so for me, Christmas does have to do with Christianity and the birth of Christ. But I also think that Christmas is just a really fun time for people of all walks of life, no matter your faith, to come together and to just treat each other a little bit more kindly. And some of my favorite Christmas traditions in my home would be putting up the Christmas tree. So we try to put the Christmas tree up the weekend of Thanksgiving. And then I am Irish. My dad's side of the family is Irish. And so on Christmas Day, rather than having like a ham or a turkey or anything like that, we actually have a traditional Irish breakfast for dinner. And that is one of my favorite Christmas celebrations. I hope that you have a really happy holiday season yourself, and I'm sure I'll see you around Booktube.
I like that you do something different and have the Irish breakfast for your Christmas dinner. That's something I've never heard of before, and I think that's very cool. I also like that you pointed out that although Christmas is a Christian holiday, nowadays it's just kind of a whole vibe and a season for everybody. I work for Jewish people, a Jewish family, so they still get in on the Christmas spirit. One of them is always whistling Christmas songs, and you know, they just get into it too, and I think that's just part of the Christmas spirit, and I really like that. Thank you. And next, from Down Under, we have Mr. Francy Reads.
Hi Lee! Thank you so much for asking me to be a part of this video. I'm so happy to contribute my thoughts and feelings of Christmas, especially on this side of the world where we actually experience Christmas in the summer, the boiling heat of the summer. So the idea of roasting chestnuts on an open fire, not exactly going to happen over here. So, okay. What is Christmas like for me, including my family traditions? Well, Christmas for me is always a fun time anyway, regardless. I love the holiday season. I love the Christmas spirit. I love all of those things. As far as my family traditions are concerned, they are a little bit different to the standard custom here in Australia, but I'll tell you mine and then the Australian one. So for me, my family, we get together on Christmas Eve and we go out to Christmas Eve church the night before to do the Christmas Eve Mass, which really seems to get me into the Christmassy mood. And then the following day, we all kind of gather at my mother's place where we do the whole, gift unwrapping and lunch and dinner and everything. And we just sit around and talk and really have a wonderful time. But I do seem to be a little bit out of the loop as to what happens here in my country because my mother was raised in the Netherlands, so she tends to do more of a Dutch traditional Christmas. But in Australia, many people tend to go down to the beach or things like that just to escape the summer heat. So unlike other areas around the world where people are snuggling up by the fire, a lot of Australians will go down to the beach and get into the water or just any sort of a pool that they can go into to escape the blazing sun that is streaming down on us. I only wish we could experience snow. Fond memories I have of Christmas, especially growing up, include waking up on Christmas morning and we would make hot chocolate and we would take out the homemade shortbread that we have made a day or so beforehand and consume them while sitting around the tree and unwrapping gifts and putting Christmas music on in the background. and the lead up to Christmas as well, which I forgot to mention, which is watching lots of Christmas movies, especially Miracle on 34th Street is a tradition we watch every single year, and just really getting into the festivities of things because we just love Christmas around here. But anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this video, and Merry Christmas, everyone!
I do think it's so different that in Australia it is summertime and you guys are enjoying the heat. If you're enjoying it, I wouldn't be, but enjoying the heat and going to the beach and just doing summer activities, where here in the north where I live it is cold and I'm always hoping for snow. I like that you have the midnight mass church tradition. I've just always enjoyed that. Again, I said earlier, I think that's a really beautiful time. And that you also have the Miracle on 34th Street tradition. I really enjoy, Ashleigh said it earlier too, I really enjoy when people have a Christmas movie tradition. My sister and I are big fans of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Here is a picture of us wearing matching shirts with quotes from the movie. And I guess I should point out what my Christmas tradition is. So in my family, we celebrate on Christmas Eve with a traditional Polish Christmas Eve dinner called Walia. And we do that at my aunt's house with my cousins, my mom, my brother, my sister. And then since I've gotten married, before that on Christmas Day when I was younger, we did nothing. We sat around in our pajamas, opened presents, watched TV, watched movies. Now that I'm married, we go to my husband's family side of the family in New York, and we usually have a very traditional Italian dinner while we're there. I like doing both of them, and I've also liked sometimes what I call my little Jewish Christmas. If we don't go to his family's house, we usually go to the movies and eat Chinese food. I want to thank everybody so much for watching, not just this video, but all the videos throughout the year that I've put out so far and supporting me. I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, a happy holiday, and I just hope this season is really magical for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.